highlights of the Mercantile Mutual Cup final at the Sydney Cricket Ground. This game between New South Wales, who finished on the top of the competition table, and Victoria, who defeated Western Australia in the preliminary final. These are the teams nominated by the two skippers at the toss. Phil Emery's captaining New South Wales. In the side, Steve Small and Michael Slater, then Bayliss, Bevan, Matthews, Gilchrist, McNamara, Robertson, Emery himself, McGrath, Stobo, and Mark Patterson is the 12th man. The challengers, Victoria, Simon O'Donnell leads them, Paul Nobes, Matthew Elliott opening the batting, Dean Jones, then Darren Lehmann, then Herman, O'Donnell, the skipper, Maxwell, Dodemaide, Berry, Sutherland, Fleming, and Laurie Harper is the 12th man for Victoria. Conditions excellent, temperature around about 30 degrees, and there's a thought of possibility of a thunderstorm later in the day, but generally conditions just about ideal for these two teams. Good looking pitch. Tony Greig reported it was very, very hard, just a little bit of grass on, but much in favour of batting. And Victoria won the toss and decided that they would go in first. We join play now in the first over. It's none for 4. Glenn McGrath is the bowler, and he's bowling to the left-hander Matthew Elliott. Your commentators Tony Greig and Bill Laurie.
Cool pitch. This time he finds a gap, working it from middle and off to mid-wicket. So a good start by Victoria as Glenn McGrath just struggles for line to the left-hander.
Oh, big appeal there for caught behind, or it was really a stifled appeal. Bit of bounce there for Richard Stobo. That one bounced decidedly more. In fact, it's Glenn McGrath. Watch this one bounce. Just a little bit of grass on that little patch there, and it also moved away. And Glenn McGrath, watch this ball now. Bounce, up she goes, and past the top half of the bat.
Great shot. Nobes breaking the shackles with a perfect off drive for 4. Perfectly timed. There's some width there. He found the gap. That's through mid-wicket. That'll go for 4 as well. Stobo just losing control there, and it's well played by Paul Nobes. That lifts your run rate tremendously when you take 2 boundaries in concession. Fine off drive by Elliott. Running down the hill. 16 runs off the over.
Change of pace, so Nobes really peppering the boundary at the moment. 2 in the last over from Stobo, and putting away that slow full toss from McGrath. That's got him. That's a fair payback for crunching a boundary.
That graph showing that Victoria now looking to accelerate here. From the gully area there of Catch It, but Phil Emery started to go and then realised that there was no edge. Just wide of Emery's right hand, only just. Drifting pad wise, dangerous gamble by McNamara. Could have got the wicket in, but in effect it's cost them 4 runs. Just wide of the point fielder. A much needed boundary there from Nobes. Why B.E. McNamara would venture an outswinger there, I don't know. The formula of into Nobes has been working. Here he tries a little outswinger, room for Nobes, and boundary for Victoria.
No. Well, that was interesting. Nobes is home, but he also clashed with the bowler. He was blocked. Nobes is a stocky little guy. And that must have been pretty close.
Wouldn't have been much in it, I reckon. There was a second in which time Nobes was able to gain a couple of yards. Bevan was coming in on the angle, so it wasn't at all easy for him. And that's disappointing for Elliott. It's brilliant so far as Robertson's concerned. And Emery did the job very well. With 2 men out in the outfield now, so there was very little percentage there for Elliott in doing that, particularly the way in which he did it. It's what we used to call a blind eye.
Yes, the off-spinner just getting the ball to turn fractionally, but he lost control of the bat as well, Matthew Elliott. Almost swung himself off his feet, but it's a very good start. The young player will learn from that experience. So the first wicket is down due to poor choice of shots, one would say, but it's 1 for 71 in the 16th over.
Dean Jones is the new batsman for Victoria. He comes in because of the dismissal of Matthew Elliott. Dino, it actually says destroyer, I think. And he could well be. He played very well last week. Not far off, I would hazard a guess.
Very good delivery. It was very full. Jones trying to work it to the onside of pitches in line, maybe just working down leg side, the off cutter.
Yeah, it's good running by Nobes. G'd along there by Jones. 1 for 75 in 17.
And Jones very consistent. As his strike rate, which is very high there one stage, must have been almost 100, and it's levelled out in the 70s, which is fantastic. Very consistent, almost scores at run a ball. Very good performance by Dean Jones over a long period. Yeah! It's got him. Beautifully bowled, the outswinger. That's the place to bowl to Dean Jones, and Brad McNamara breaks through at a vital time for New South Wales.
That was a very good ball from McNamara. I'm not sure if Jones is talking to Nobes or to him he's speaking, but it certainly looked as though it found the outside edge. And out there seemed to be any doubt about it. Dean Jones is gone, 2 for 82. Darren Lehmann comes out now to take the place of Dean Jones. 23-year-old Lehmann. A higher score of 76. Strike rate 79, so he's well up there as well. He's a real dasher, Darren Lehmann. Oh, that's out. Beaten by the swing. I reckon he missed that by 6 inches. It was late swing, and Lehmann has gone. McNamara will be on a hat-trick. That was the last ball of the over. And the fortunes have changed just in 1 over.
The ball was very full. Went to work it, hit across the line. Watch the ball pitches. And hit him maybe middle leg. Umpire had no hesitation whatsoever. Darryl Hare put the finger up. A great breakthrough for New South Wales. 2 wickets and 2 balls. And Victoria now 3 for 82.
And Brad McNamara is on a hat-trick.
Some 2 top batsmen in Dean Jones and Darren Lehmann. He's put New South Wales in a reasonable position. Victoria still with plenty of overs to go. This is the 21st over. The run rate is over 4, so Victoria's scoring freely as we see the field changes now. The Slip and a Gully come in. Catching position with the man on a hat-trick. 3 men defending the single and 2 on the onside. So Phil Emery supporting his bowl. Now you can't get much closer than that. Richard Herman pushing him nervously at the outswing. It was a perfect length. It was just a fraction wide. Paul Nobes, he can smile. He's at the non-striker's end.
Half a shout from everyone there. Kerry O'Keefe has come into the commentary box now. With him is Tony Gregg, and Gavin Robertson is the bowler.
Thank you, Richie. He's got him. He's caught behind. An edge there. Through to the keeper. Well taken. New South Wales on fire. Gavin Robinson bowling his off-spinners from the Randwick end. Found the edge there. And nicely taken by the keeper. Emery doing his stuff there. And Victoria getting themselves into a bit of a hole, Kerry.
They have indeed, and it's through the agency of McNamara and Robertson here. Just a quicker one, slightly flatter. Nobes giving himself room to cut, as we've seen in so many of Nobes' innings over the years, just tiring as it went on. He leaves. It's 4 for 82.
Now Simon O'Donnell, 30 years of age, he's out there and he's going to have to play a captain's knock.
But a very impressive strike rate of 70. If he can add to that today, he sees himself as a 50-to-1 shot to go to England. He can be 50s to 33s with runs and wickets.
And right off the meat of the bat, he's got 2 strings to his bow as well, Simon O'Donnell.
Good stuff by the Paddington off-spinner.
That brings up the 100. So this is over number 29. And Victoria now have made 100. Now one should bear in mind that in the last 10 overs, if they have wickets in hand, they really can pile it on.
Big shout there. Might have hit Simon O'Donnell on the back leg, but perhaps just bouncing either over the top or past leg stump. That's got to be pretty close. Yes, Cole Timmins has got the finger up. So Bill Emery's move has paid off.
Keep reading what a surprise it is that Bayliss takes wickets, but every time I've seen him bowl, he has taken wickets, and he's looked as though he knows exactly what he's doing. O'Donnell, the man there given out by umpire Cole Timmins. Out for 13, and it's 5 for 114.
And Dodder made another one of the Victorian all-rounders, coming in at number 7 to replace their captain and leading all-rounder, Simon O'Donnell, who was out LBW. And Trevor Bayliss, the part-time off-spinner, doing a good job by getting rid of O'Donnell for 13. Oh, well taken. What a good catch that is. And Richard Herman has been struggling a bit against the off-spinners. And Bayliss there getting one to just turn a little bit. And Gilchrist diving away to his left has taken an excellent catch.
Don't often see wicket keepers, which is what Gilchrist is, able to star in the field like that. That's a wonderful catch. Great anticipation.
It's 6 for 115. Former New South Welshman Neil Maxwell, worked for the New South Wales Cricket Association, is now transferred to the VCA. That's thrashed through the offside. Victoria 6 for 122 after 37.
Trevor Bayliss, a very handy cricketer, a dashing batsman, can keep wickets, and also a very handy part-time off-spinner. That's hit well over mid-wicket, and that's the go into the gap, hitting with the spin. So Neil Maxwell's intentions are clear, and good afternoon, karaoke.
Good afternoon to you, Bill. Yes, good shot. And this, of course, is the way that you must bat at the SCG against slow off-spin, especially without the mid-wicket area guarded.
It's a good shot. It could go all the way. Small won't get that. That's well timed and placed by Neil Maxwell, waiting for the ball to come onto him, just maybe going down leg side. Got him. Outside edge. Driving on the up, Tony Dodder, mate, so it works for New South Wales. A big nick there, straight to the Emus, having a good match. And the 7th wicket falls to a good piece of bowling. It was just short of a good length. Dodder made trying to drive on the up, got the edge straight through to the wicketkeeper.
They say about Richard Stowe, he generally bowls a length that gives you nothing. That was a superb length. The right-hand dominant there from Dodemaide, the outside edge, and Stobo's delighted, as he should be. Dodemaide out for 13, 7 for 146.
New batsman is wicketkeeper Darren Berry. Good strike rate of 62.8 for a low-order batsman. I take it, well, that you mean he likes Indian food. Michael Slater brings up the 150 for 7. Victoria, some work to do here.
Crowd here at the SCG supporting the Blues would be more than happy. Coach Steve Rickson also very happy, and Captain Phil Emery, the way with things are going out there at the moment.
Side the line, I'd say. Probably nip back a bit. That's up in the air and it will be safe. Now, 3 of the fieldsmen, the New South Wales fieldsmen, converging on that one, and that really was lucky.
Looking for the up and under, and Darren Berry tries to get a bit of wood on the ball and only succeeds in dropping it right in the middle. A perfect 9-iron, which eludes all 3 New South Wales fielders, and only succeeds in gaining him 1 run, but risking his wicket.
Full toss and well played. That one smashed away down towards mid-wicket. Trying to get it up in the block hole. Now and again, when one tries to do that, one over pitches, that was definitely a rank full toss and very well punished. Went straight through him. Bad miss. Could this be out? A wide throw. Well, had he hit the stumps there, they would have had a run out. Oh, that's got to be close. Oh, it looked to me to hit him on the full. Normally when it hits you on the full, it's got to be very close. Victorian uniform really does look smart with the Mercantile Mutual logo in the left breast pocket there, and their badge on the right. That's bowled in. What a good delivery that was too. Any of you youngsters watching this game who get involved in a one-day match towards the end, the thing to do is to get those Yorkers right up there, and this is an example of one.
Yes, you're very right, Tony. That's a perfect example of the in-swinging Yorker. You just see that one starting about middle and off stump and moving in late. Perfect delivery at this stage of proceedings. Neil Maxwell departs for 34. Victoria 8 for 180.
James Sutherland's the new batsman. Michael Whitney will have some sympathy with the tail-ender coming in these circumstances. Expected to really turn it on. He's coming back for the second. This will be out, run out by Miles. Yes, he's gone. He really had to go, I suppose. Just 1 over to go now after that delivery. And just 1 wicket to fall now that the run out has been effected.
Well, really chancing to try and take the 2 there, James Sutherland. He's run out first ball. See him playing. Well, it's a leg bye. Come off the pad, would have been a couple of leg byes, but the athleticism of Michael Bevan, you'll see him just move into the screen on the right there. Very good throw back to wicketkeeper Emery, and James Sutherland finds himself probably a good metre or so out of his ground. He departs for 1. Victoria find themselves 9 for 181, and the last man to come in will be Damien Fleming, Victorian fast bowler, right arm seamer.
So McGrath, who bowled so well from the Paddington end, bowling the last over from the end again. It's in the air, good shot over the top and almost into the gap. Cut off down there by the wide mid-on. He's got to try and get it up in the block hole as well. Oh, well caught. Is he out? Did he get an edge on it? Not according to the umpire, he didn't. Sounded just for a second as if there might have been two noises, bat then pad, but a little smile on the face, I think, of Damien Fleming. Well, that is a good delivery. 9 down for 186. Fleming on strike. And this has got to be out. Yes, he's got him. Given out, run out. Let have a go.
Oh, an interesting dismissal to finish off the Victorian innings. Victoria all out on the last ball of the 50th over for 186.
Welcome back. Well, that was a pretty good performance from New South Wales. Victoria struggled on to their final total, and it'll be a competitive game. This is the way the scorecard looked at the end of the Victorian innings. They got through their full 50 overs, 186 they made. After that splendid opening stand between Elliott and Nobes, 29 and 41 respectively for them. Then there was the collapse and some outstanding bowling from the New South Wales players. Some excellent bowling there. Matthews, none for 26. Robertson, 2 for 35 and 3 for 28 from McNamara. And some outstanding captaincy from the New South Wales leader, Phil Emery. Thought he gave a very, very good exhibition. Pulled all the right reins out there to allow New South Wales to chase a target of 187. Doesn't sound many, but this will be a very, very tight and tough match.
That's threw him off. Dodemaide trying to get one to swing into the left-hander, Steve Small. Good drive and a good cutter. Picks up 3 runs. In the air, it's no ball. Dodemaide doesn't gather. They may run 4 here. Herman coming from mid-on position. It's a long chase. Even though he's slow, it goes all the way. What Steve Small was going to run for there. He was really looking for the 4th run, but that was a no ball and it was well struck. Clubs this one again. Beats mid-on. Crowd getting very vocal here. The White Blues coming on very quickly in the early overs. Small in particular prepared to throw the bat at the ball, and that's his method, and it's a very successful method as well.
Bit of an appeal there. Been described as a railway sleeper with a handle, Steve Small's bat. Very big, large piece of wood for a very strong man.
It's close. That one was close. Umpire Cole Timmins had a good look. Maybe there was an edge there. Bigger shout from behind the wicket. Where's the pitch? Ooh, that must have been pretty close. Big shout from behind the wicket. No movement from the bowler or the umpire. It's no wicket for 21. And that's another great shot. He hardly moved. That'll go all the way. He doesn't even run, Steve Small. That's the perfect off drive.
Yes, the experience of the old warhorse Steve Small. He knew as soon as he hit that one and had beat the fielder at mid-off, there was no need in running. The full face of the bat on that delivery. You watch, he just took a few steps up the wicket. Didn't move after that. Stopped halfway down the deck, knew that that was going to be 4 runs. He's certainly timing the ball very well, Steve Small, off to a great start.
This is a slower ball, but it's ill-directed, and he punches it through cover for 4. Small in great touch.
It's the story after 8 overs. Here's the comparison. Victoria made 186. And have a look at Small's figures. 31 off 31. And that's out. Caught at mid-on, so that short delivery, that shortish delivery, unsettled Small a little bit. He's gone for the big one down the ground, mishit it, and as a result, he's been caught at mid-on.
That's good tactics from Sutherland to change the angle to come around the wicket, and that is the result. So first blood now to Victoria. 187 in all needed by New South Wales, and it's 1 for 39.
Trevor Bayliss now, 30 years of age. Striding out to the centre with a strike rate of 66 and an average in this competition of 24.3.
Even though Steve Small crashed it everywhere while he was out there, the New South Wales run rate is still below Victoria's at the same stage. The asking rate's 3.7 overall for New South Wales.
It's a good shot. Just too quick for the gully fieldsman. Back for the second. Good shot, right off the meat of the bat. That ball into the slot, roundabout leg stump, and it's going to carry to the fence. The Mercantile Mutual sign is worth $170,000 today. It's their logo, and if one of the batsmen can hit the ball down the ground, hit that sign, that's what it's worth. In the air and square of the wicket. In fact, just behind square into the fence. Well, it looked to me as if he tried to get underneath that one on purpose. And again, it went flying off the face of the bat. They're certainly not going to get behind you in New South Wales. Determined to stay right up there.
A belated shout there from Simon O'Donnell. Talked himself into this shot and has brought about his downfall. Good catch there by Darren Lehmann. Ball coming down over his shoulder, but Trevor Bayliss really talked himself out there.
And a fine bit of length bowling by Simon O'Donnell. As Ian said, it worried him. He attempted to escape the web. A real slog off a length ball outside off stump. And Lehmann did very well here. Positioned his head, never took his eyes off the ball, and took it comfortably in the end. Bayliss out for 4, New South Wales 2 for 56.
Michael Bevan coming in at number 4, left-hander, age 22, and with a lot of talent. Just like that. He's too good a player when he's driving through the offside to mess around with those little dab shots. That's a good piece of work. And saving 1 run. In fact, they haven't saved 1 run because they're so quick. They've run 4. It's 2 for 60. That's Michael Bevan's career. The blue ones, blue lines there are the innings in excess of 50. And there was a lot of hesitation there, and finally it's gained him an extra run, because I'm sure the fielder took his eye off the ball because he realised there was a chance for a run out. Lovely shot.
And there he goes over the infield, picks it on the up, a long hit, may not go all the way, it stops short and trickles into the gutter. So Sutherland put away for 4. It's been a good effort by James Sutherland. He's in his 9th over. But Bevan taking him on and hitting it beautifully. Victoria lost quick wickets at 82. They lost 3 wickets on 82. And that was the problem. So now with 2 wickets down against the 4, New South Wales just getting on top. He goes over him. Well placed. There's 2 men in the deep. That's going to be 4. That's a class shot. It's a good shot, and that's through. That's probably the best shot he's played. The perfect off drive. He played one a bit wider before, but that one was just a fraction short of a good length. He hit it on the up.
Well, that's a magnificent shot from Michael Slater. He couldn't really hit a ball any more pure than that. Onto the front foot. Perfectly straight face of the bat, right off the middle. Beats the man at mid-off. And goes straight into the boundary. 4 more runs. That's a magnificent shot from Michael Slater.
Well, that's in the air, but it's safe. Found the gap. Picked up the slower ball pretty well. Good eye, young, fit, clean hit.
Michael Slater just pushing that one off his pads, looking for two, but no, O'Donnell throwing at the non-striker's end, forcing Michael Slater back into his ground.
That brings up the 50 partnership in good time. 2 for 106.
And pressure on the fielder there. Brings up 50 for Michael Slater. And gone. Lehmann takes the wicket. Slater was trying to sweep. It's just about the first time he's hit across a full-length ball throughout his innings. He's gone for 54 now from 90 balls, and it was a good hand.
Yes, it was, and he was there just a little bit quickly on this one. He went through, it hit the back of the bat and went straight up in the air. Very unorthodox way to get out. A little unlucky there, and the catch easily taken. So the end of an interesting and good innings too. And Slater now out. New South Wales have lost 3 wickets with their score on 120.
Greg Matthews, his highest score 61 and a strike rate of 62.
Well, both.
Oh, yes, brilliantly done. Wonderful piece of cricket. Maxwell gathering the ball in there and throwing down the stumps. Matthews gone.
So New South Wales now 4 for 120. We'll be back in a moment.
New batsman in is Brad McNamara, who bowled so well for New South Wales at a crucial time. Has a good strike rate in these limited overs domestic matches. Mercantile Mutual competition.
Into the gap. And that's 50 to Michael Bevan. It's 4 for 158. Dean Jones beaten there at mid-wicket with a very powerfully hit shot. Dottermaid hurting himself in making that save. I'd say might have bounced on the knee when he dived.
McNamara playing this one across the line, a pull from outside the off stump, and Tony Dottermaid always gives his best, no matter who he's playing for, Victoria or Australia. Saved a certain boundary then with a despairing dive.
Full pitch, it's in the air, there's a man out there, it's just wide of him at mid-wicket. One bounce, they're through for 2. Once again, McNamara struck by the ball. That's the 3rd time running between the ball and the stumps. Struck from the outfield throw. That's the situation at the Sydney Cricket Ground for the final, the Mercantile Mutual Cup. 11,000 people in as Damien Fleming takes the ball at the Randwick end. They know it's a runner ball required. They also know that New South Wales have 6 wickets in hand, but at the end of the day it's the runs that count. Where's that? It's in the air. It's over the head of Jones. He's scrambling back. It's bouncing. It's all the way for 4. Well struck, well placed.
And what a telling blow that could yet be. First ball of this over from Maxwell round the wicket. He's a square-on bowler. Hasn't got the in-swing that Fleming has to hurt Bevan. He backed the straightness of his downswing, and he's 3 or 4 bounced it into the pickets. Has that won the Mercantile Mutual Cup?
The first boundary in 22 overs. Runs hard to come by here in the final. This time he goes to point for single, and the pressure off New South Wales slightly. McNamara now on strike. Down the long on, they'll come back for two. Bevan will take him on. It's Jones, he's a good fieldsman, can he hit? The throws to the keeper, he's got to be gone. He's out, surely. Yes, McNamara run out. Going for the second. Good work by Jones. Picked the right end. The throw was a fraction wide, but Berry was there in time.
Bevan the quickest and McNamara one of the slowest between the wickets in this match. And McNamara's on drive straight to Jones. Bevan wanted to. He was halfway down. McNamara slow on the turn. Saw his partner already there. And in the end, a metre short. So we have a real contest now. McNamara slow out of the traps and slow at the turn. Bevan a specialist down the straight six. And that's well out.
Good effort by Jones. He didn't panic. He bounced the throw and he didn't go too long. Good effort by McNamara. 26 up 44. This is the 49th over. 187 the target, and a tremendous atmosphere at the Sydney Cricket Ground. A great round of applause for Brad McNamara. He's had a great match. The crowd very vocal and enthusiastic. They're seeing a wonderful final between the two top sides in this competition.
And it's Adam Gilchrist at the AIS for a year. Outscored Damien Martin, Australian Youth Tour of England the other year. Damien Martin now currently playing for Australia. Adam Gilchrist debuting late in this season.
As Maxwell there, he's pumped up at the members' end, going to go around the wicket to the left-hander. 5 men inside the circle now. 3 on the offside, 2 on the on. He plays and he misses. Berry in quickly. Doesn't shy at the stumps. Every ball, every dot ball, so important. Berry has a word to say. The pressure's on here at the Sydney Cricket Ground. This is a final.
That's a strong thrust from Maxwell. Square on at release. He's not going to bowl too much in swing to these left-handers, but he is just going to bowl the length and as quick as he can. 9 from 8.
Gilchrist gets a full toss and he misses it. The throw, the wrong end. Home. And a bye. Berry shying at Bevan, had no hope there. The end was the non-striker's end. And he's asking for a no-ball call. Adam Gilchrist, he's not going to get one.
Must have been line ball, whether he should have, Bill. That's line ball, and in the end, anything could have happened. He was in at the non-striker's end. Wanted the no ball, decided they would have got one anyway. Berry did well to save 4 byes. Bevan only made it because of Berry's underarm flick missing, and Gilchrist still appealing for that no ball.
It's all happening at the Sydney Cricket Ground. Runs required 8. Delivery 7. Bevan on strike. Gets the full pitch. Where does that go? That goes out to mid-wicket. It's going all the way. Superb stroke under pressure. Going for the Yorker. Neil Maxwell disappointed, but a great stroke. 5 for 183. The crowd going mad. Neil Maxwell dejected, but shouldn't be. He's bowled very well in a tight situation. He went for the York, but was just too far down the leg side, and Bevan picked him off. Superb knock from Bevan. He moves to 64. Gilchrist yet to score. There's the stroke. The placement was the thing that was going to beat the long on in the mid-wicket. Always going to be 4 runs.
And the problem for Maxwell with that delivery, of course, was that whereas Fleming can bowl it, legitimately swing it into Bevan, Maxwell's got to angle it. Bevan knew that. The moment he pitched pads, he's a beautiful place for the ball through the leg side. He knew where the long on was, he knew where the deep square leg was, and he found the boundary. Has that won the cup?
On the offside, and there's a ring of 2 on the onside. O'Donnell at mid-wicket, Lehmann at mid-on, deep square leg and a deep fine leg. So the final over. He's got in, knocked him over. That's the one they needed. So it's down to the wire here at the Sydney Cricket Ground at 6 for 183.
And Youth doesn't know anything about getting to the line easily. And Adam Gilchrist, he'll rue that shot for some time. He probably thought he could find the boundary and pressure would not be on anybody else. He's missed. Suddenly it's all on the incoming batters. Fleming's swing from around the wicket, just a little bit in, and that's taken middle. Big swing from Gilchrist, but hasn't he come back well, Damien Fleming? Gavin Robertson strides to the crease. Gilchrist departs at 6 for 183. Gee, this is a game. Gavin Robinson, another one of the young players from New South Wales.
Yes, it's getting close to a tie, this one. You get a feeling that with Bevan on the non-striker's end, he'll be trying to get to the strike. Gavin Robinson bowled very well, but Fleming is a good final overs bowler. Superb match, the crowd on the edge of their seats. 11,070 supporters, probably 11,060 supporting New South Wales, but it's going to be a very close finish indeed there. On the edge of their seats, Fleming coming over the wicket now to the right-hander, Gavin Robinson. 3-5 inside the circle. There's the offside, 2 on the onside, deep square leg, deep fine leg, third man on a point. Damien Fleming. Good ball, but it beats O'Donnell cover, they'll get 2. Good straight, delivery was okay, just wide of Simon O'Donnell. 6 for 185 in the final over.
When Robertson came out to join Bevan, he said to him, let's get the single. In the end, they got 2. He wanted to get Bevan on strike. He succeeded in retaining it, but now 2 from 4. They should get to the line.
All the players par 2 coming inside the circle now, and they've got to cut off any signal, any bat pad, any run. There's a chance he's got to be run out surely. Missed it! How could he miss that? He was there, I think it was Jones, he had him covered. He had the 3 stumps, it was always going to be on, and Jones misses from 1.5 meters.
The most experienced one-day cricketer in the world on this pitch, Dean Jones, has missed with his underarm flow to really drag this game on. Gone by 2 metres if he hits. The score's now level with 3 balls remaining. Pressure does funny things, Bill.
Could have almost run it down there. It's all very easy up here, but it was certainly 3 stumps and he was in. Jones was aware of it. He's a good field. He had Robertson covered, and that run-out would have made it very exciting, although Bevan would have been still on strike with 2 runs to win. Now he's on strike with 1 run to win of 3 deliveries, and to say now that Bevan will put this away. All the field coming up inside the circle. There's a fine leg and third man. I'm not sure why at the moment. It won't matter, I don't think. Bevan will hit down on the ground. He's on 64. Damien Fleming bowls to. He gets some bat to it. There it is. A good victory. A great match. Bevan coming back for the second. 1 run only counts there, but a good effort. It's 6 for 187 in the final over. Bevan playing a fine knock under pressure. Victoria fought right down to the wire. But in the end, New South Wales, I guess their bowlers won for them, bowling Victoria out for 187 of the 50 overs. But in the end, Victoria defended stoutly, but just weren't good enough to contain Michael Bevan.
A tension-packed afternoon here at the SCG, and New South Wales got in with just 2 balls to spare. 6 for 187. Good opening stand between Slater and Small, with Small dominating. He made 31 from 36, and Slater 54 from 90 looked impressive, and so too Michael Bevan, who's a very good player, 64 not out from 97 balls faced, and Brad McNamara 26 from 44. 6 for 187 from 49.4 overs. The Victorians bowled well, but they didn't have quite enough runs to defend. Fleming 1 for 36, Sutherland 1 for 27, bowled very well indeed. O'Donnell was hampered, couldn't bowl the last 3 overs, I suspect because of an ankle injury. 1 for 28 he finished with, and Lehmann did a good job. 8 overs, 1 maiden, 1 for 26 as the part-time spinner. Brad McNamara was the man of the match for his bowling, first of all against the Victorians early in the day, and then for the way he batted in partnership with Bevan. 11,070 people at the ground, a very good crowd for this Mercantile Mutual Cup final, won by New South Wales, and many, many thousands watching around Australia on television. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for being with the highlights, and we look forward to having you with us again at the start of next summer. For the moment, from the SCG, it's goodbye.
This has been another presentation from Nine's Wide World of Sports.